Right, yeah, I'm going to talk about something I've discovered recently called the third space. The third space, ignore the fake accent, is that. No, now I've called myself to it. Now you're all listening for it. Now I better switch accents then, shouldn't I? Something else? No, I'm not going to. No accents. No, well, this is my accent. Third space is a place that you would get together outside of home or outside of work, and you can socialize or spend time alone and just, congregate there and not feel this urge to spend too much money or challenged by pressure. Let's see. Recently, Starbucks, after having gotten in the news for that incident where the police were called because a couple of guys were hanging out there and they weren't doing anything wrong, has kind of opened themselves up more to this concept of just come in and hang out. It's going to cost them a lot of money. But that's where I discovered this concept because I've been going to coffee shops, including Starbucks, a lot lately and spending hours there buying, one or two drinks. I grew up thinking that was, man, not a good idea. I just kind of felt like I was taking advantage of the facilities. My dad caught me once reading comics in the store, comic books, and I was pouring through all the different comics because I couldn't afford them, right? I was a 10-year-old boy, and I wanted to read them all. And he's like, you got to pay for those if you're reading these. I'm like, oh, what? And I realized, yeah, I was kind of taking advantage of that, so I should have, bought them. Well, I had no money. Maybe I should have saved my money. So I kind of since then have grown up with this idea that it's not right to hang out in a store or any commercial place for very long without spending money. I feel really guilty if I spend more than about 30 minutes in a place and I haven't, blown $10. It gets expensive if you want to hang out anywhere. So I didn't like to spend any time at a coffee shop more than enough to drink a coffee and then I'd have to leave. Maybe once in a while push it to a couple extra, an extra hour at most total. But recently I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 hours doing video editing with my partner for a video editing project we're doing. And her and I have just been edit. And sometimes I go there by myself now and, study, edit, for hours. I'm a regular. Of course, it's the right kind of coffee shop, too. There's certain kind of coffee shops that just give off the right vibe, and this is one of them. And it's right beside a place that I'm always at, so waiting for my kids and stuff. So it's really cool. I like it. Calling out Cafe Amarte here in Abbotsford because I really like them. They're a great place and great atmosphere. Hopefully I'm not wasting too much time there. But yeah, Starbucks isn't too bad, but I always feel they're a little bit more rushed. I also don't want to block other people's seats. But going back to the concept of a third space, if you have a place outside of home and outside of work to just hang out, there's Parkland, there's malls. That's so 80s, and other things. But I'm talking something you just relax at. What do you think? I think it's great to see that come back. It's like Moe's Tavern, or Cheers, or any of the place on Seinfeld. That's dating me, aren't these? Where they just spend all their time at the corner cafe. Those are third spaces. You can be there alone or with friends, and it's a home away from home. What was that for? I don't know. Trying to look cool? I don't look cool. My son looks cool, not me.